With his super watch, my dad has climbed the highest mountains.
My dad has dived into the sea down to 30 meters.
Mine can tell me what the weather will be like.
Mine has swum like a fish in the dark in the coldest water.
My dad's watch is a two-touch expert.
My daddy's one is a sea touch.
Discover the magic of the new Touch collection.
Tissot, we're in a watch.
Once a year, the Big Apple holds its collective breath for the most glamorous event on court. Who will be the king of queens and the tinsel town of tennis?
Straight sets.
The U.S. Open Tennis, Tuesday on Sky Sport 2.
Charles Bronson in leather, an Apache warrior.
Here's candy for you.
Who's been wrong?
We're gonna find that breed. I need to see that breed dead.
Shadow's Land, 8:30 Wednesday on MGM.
Happy are those who dream and are ready to pay the price to make them come true. Whose dreams will become reality. Investec Tri-Nations, Springboks Wallabies, live Sky Sport 1 on the Rugby Channel. International rugby coverage brought to you by Hyundai New Zealand. It's a month that will ignite your sporting passion. September on Sky Sport. Tennis. Can Roger Federer bounce back and win a record-making 17th Grand Slam at the US Open? Football. See the world's future stars battle it out in the FIFA Women's Under-17 World Cup.
It's an absolute thriller.
Plus live action from the EPL and A-League. Cricket. Will a new-look Pakistan rattle the in-form England side? League.
And how are you going to stop him?
It's finals time in Rugby League's toughest competitions, UK Super League and the NRL. NFL. Don't miss speed, action, and pure power from the National Football League. Basketball. The giants of world basketball light up the courts in the FIBA World Championship. Golf. And it's the final event of the PGA Tour, the Tour Championship. It's a month that will ignite your sporting passion. September on Sky Sport.
Good evening and welcome to the Halkapina Arena in Izmir, Turkey, along the sunny shores of the Aegean Sea. The third largest city in Turkey, Izmir will play host to the teams in Group D in the preliminary rounds of the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball, the largest basketball tournament in the world. My name is Liam Canny, and I'll be your commentator today in this day 2 of the 16th running of the World Championships of Basketball. 6 teams in Group D will play each other in a round-robin format to earn the 4 tickets to the knockout phases of the competition on the road to Istanbul. There's a look at some of the results from today's earlier matches. This is Spain versus New Zealand, which is the triple bill here, the third of the triple bill. And we're hoping to see a Spain team come out and respond to the loss they had last night to France. There's a look at the standings in Group D. There's the 6 teams. France lead the group with 2 wins, and the last 2 at the bottom are Spain and New Zealand, who play their second game just now. Spain got here by nature of the fact that they are the 2006 world champions. They're defending champions. That's how they've earned their berth. As you get a look at their coach, Sergio Scariola. And there we are in Izmir. And New Zealand have earned their place here in the opening rounds of the 2010 FIBA World Championships by winning the Oceania title, taking the Al Ramsey Shield from their arch rivals, Australia. As a look at some of the Spanish fans who are getting ready to enjoy this evening's proceedings. The PA announcer in the arena is getting ready to announce the two teams. All the players will come out onto the floor. Let's take a look at today's two teams. New Zealand, a country of 4.3 million people, joined FIBA in 1951. They're presently ranked 13th in the world. This is their third appearance in the World Championships, having appeared in 1986, 2002, and 2006. New Zealand's greatest international success in this tournament came in 2002 when the World Championships were held in the heartland of basketball in the United States in Indianapolis, Indiana, and what a storied time they had in that tournament, finishing fourth, going to the quarterfinals, ultimately getting knocked out, but they finished ahead of the team, the USA, the host team. There's a look at the New Zealand roster, and the player to keep an eye on is Kirk Penny. He can really fill it up as he scored over 30 points in 3 games in the exhibition series coming into this round in the World Championships. And now we're going through the Spain team. Let's have a look at them. Spain, a population of 46 million people, joined FIBA in 1934. They are presently ranked 3rd in the world and certainly one of the favorites to go deep in this tournament, if not win it. They qualified by nature of the fact that they are the defending champions. They also won Eurobasket 2009 in Poland, which would have gotten them a ticket here as well. They are Olympic silver medalists in 2008, having lost to the USA Dream Team. And some people say it's that loss in the Olympics which feeds their hunger. There's a roster which is an absolute list of talents, some of which have been drafted by the NBA, some play in the NBA. And we're going to take a break right now as we observe the national anthems of Spain and New Zealand in the Halkapinar Arena.
First, the national anthem of New Zealand, Yeni Zelanda Ulusal Marşı.
God Defend New Zealand, the national anthem of the Tall Blacks. The Royal March, the national anthem of Spain. It is one of the few national anthems around the world to have no official lyrics, and it is also one of the world's oldest. The melody first appeared in the Spanish military's list of bugle calls in 1761 and was adopted as a national anthem in 1770. As is the custom in international basketball, players will exchange gifts as we get a look at the officials tonight. There's Jorge Vasquez, who is from Puerto Rico. He's the referee, and flanked on either side of him are tonight's two umpires, and between the three of them, they'll make sure that the game is played in the right spirit. And both teams will go and get a couple more minutes of warm-up as we get ready for this, the third game in the Jauke Pinar Arena. Well, Spain had a tough time last night as they were defeated by France in what has been the upset of the tournament so far. And so the question in your mind has got to be, can New Zealand pull it off as well? You're looking at the hubris of the defeated by looking at the Spanish coach just there, Sergio Scariolo, and La NBA, as the Spanish team are nicknamed, lost last night to France. Speaking of NBA, New Zealand have had two players with NBA experience, one of them not here with them. Sean Marks had a long career in the NBA. He's retired from international duty. And the other we will see tonight is Kirk Penny. Now, Kirk Penny has played briefly in the NBA. He's played all over the world, really, and he is the key player for New Zealand. But when you talk about NBA, it's synonymous with the Spanish team. There are as many as 8 players who have been drafted by NBA clubs. And Jose Calderon, who's not here, was undrafted, plays his professional basketball for the Toronto Raptors. So there's Sergio Scariolo, who is just going through his last minute's notes to see if he can direct the course of a victory tonight. And if you are a New Zealand fan, cross your fingers, cross your toes, and then cross your hands and your ankles, because you're going to need all the luck you can get. If these two teams were to play 10 times, you reckon that Spain would win it 9, but New Zealand only needs 1 win. You look there at the head coach of New Zealand, Nenad Vucinic, the Serbian-born coach. And we're getting ready here now for the haka from the Tall Blacks. The haka is just such a symbol of the ethos and the fighting spirit of international competition when it comes to any team out of New Zealand, and the Tall Blacks are no exception to that. And there's a look at the Spanish starting 5. Garbajosa gets the start tonight. The backcourt of Navarro, Rubio, and Fernandez will certainly be a handful for the New Zealand teams. Of course, Pau Gasol is not with the Spain team in this tournament. He chose to get some rest after a long season with the NBA, having another title to his name with the Los Angeles Lakers. He opted to rest before the NBA season starts again in the fall. We're going to go through now as the PA announcer announces the starting 5. And Spain, really one of the class teams of this tournament. They've been outstanding since the new millennium. Their strength is that they have got balance inside and out, guards who can shoot it, interior players who've got skill. There's a depth of talent, and you must say that they are together. Their players haven't opted to take a break before their professional season or they go back to the NBA. They're very happy to appear with the national team. If there's a weakness in a Spanish team, there's very, very few. You might say that the guards are not great defending on the perimeter. So Rubio is good at getting in passing lanes, not great on the dribble, and Navarro is questionable defensively. New Zealand's strength is that Kirk Penny is their marquee player. He can really fill it up. And they play with real discipline. Everything that New Zealand will do will be to try and get Penny the ball in opportune places for him to score his points. So they play with real discipline and tempo. They look after the basketball. You can keep an eye on Phil Jones too, because Phil Jones can also score, although he didn't necessarily feature last night. Phil Jones had a terrific outing in the 2002 World Championships in Indianapolis, where he was one of the top scorers. And he's come out of international retirement to make an appearance here. For New Zealand, they've just got to stay as close as they can for as long as they can. And we've got an interesting starting five here now that Vucinic is sending out. Certainly not players who started last night. We'll take a look at them now as we run down the line. Phil Jones will start. He didn't start last night. Kirk Penny will start. Mika Vukona will start. They started last night. Vukona's the best athlete, but Alex Pledger, the big 7-footer, is usually a reserve player. He gets a start, I suppose, to try and match up with Gasol. And JK Jared Kench will start as well, who came on and played just a few minutes sparingly at the end of the game last night. And so we're just about ready to tip it off. And so the question is, do you believe? Do you have faith that New Zealand can upset the reigning world champions in this, the 2010 FIBA World Championships opening rounds here in Izmir in the Hauka Pinar Sports Hall? First possession goes to Spain. There's Navarro, goes right around Phil Jones, and he calls the foul. Now, Navarro was a bit of a villain last night. He faked some injury after running into a pick. And we'll see if the fans will identify him as a play actor. He was like the villain in a pantomime last night against France. Here's Navarro with the ball now, and he loses his footing, keeps his dribble, quite wisely so. It gets a rub from Gasol. He'll spot up and shoot it, and Navarro knocks down the three, and that's a great start from Juan Carlos Navarro. He's another guy who can really light it up, like Kirk Penny for the Tall Blacks. There's Mika Vukona. Vukona will look for Jones. This guy can stroke it left-handed, lets it go, and we've got a red-hot start to the game. It's 3-3 as both teams knock down their first shots from behind the arc, and that's a great start for Jones, who really didn't get going last night. Now Penny's going to guard Navarro. It goes in, and this is trouble. Gasol, the NBA player against a kid who just came out of college, and you can see Fernandez is play acting too. Here's Rubio. He'll drive baseline. He'll lay it in. Ricky Rubio gets the easy two. And New Zealand come back the other way. Here's the number 9 for New Zealand, Kench. And he turns it over, and it's just a questionable decision to start him. Gasol goes down the lane, and he gets fouled not once, not twice, but about 3 times. Kench tries to get a hack in. I think the foul is going to be on Pledger ultimately. Yeah, there's a good look at Alex Pledger, number 15 for New Zealand. He's all of 23 years old, and in 08-09 he played Division II basketball at Belmont Abbey. So not really known for their basketball pedigree, but a good program there. There's Gasol, who make the first of his 2 shots. Here's a look at Alex Pledger. Alex plays for Waikato Pistons in the New Zealand Basketball League. And there's Gasol. He plays for the Memphis Grizzlies. So it's paupers and princes in that little shot. Okay, Jones will handle the point here, and he gets trapped by Fernandez and Rubio. Kench will give it to Pledger. New Zealand run a high post offense. They run stuff to the high post, and here comes Penny. He needed it sooner. Jones delivered the pass too late because it was a good screen by Pledger. Now Penny's not great handling the basketball. He's trying to break down Garbajosa, gets him up, leans in, and the 2 rattles around and out. See, Penny's just not great. He doesn't have any blow-by ability. He's crafty, but he just doesn't have a lot of quickness. And there's Gasol going down the lane. And there is Alex Pledger with his 2nd foul in as many minutes. So Rubio uses his screen to roll, goes down the lane, and then just leaves it for Gasol. There's a good look at Marc Gasol. Pledger's got his 2nd foul. And Vucinic is signaling his attention. He's leaving Pledger in, basically saying, look, son, you got 5 to give. You make Gasol work for it, and then we'll bring in either Bradshaw or one of the other post players, a bit more experience. To be fair to Pledger, he played well last night. Got some rebounds, a couple of good hustle plays. But he's got his hands full with the NBA star here, Marc Gasol. And Gasol nets the 2nd one, nothing but net. A little bit of full court pressure here from Spain. Kench, he's got to avoid the trap. He does well there, doesn't get it into Coffin Corner on the other side of the half court. So Pledger's in the high post, and there's Rubio. He gets his hand in so many passing lanes, and he just unsettles New Zealand. Now, that is Rubio's strength. He'll get in passing lanes, he deflects passes, he'll make steals that way. He's not great defending people off the dribble, and so when he plays against top quality guards, that's certainly a weakness of his as he gets ready to join the NBA if he decides to go. And so here's Rubio up top to Fernandez. Fernandez gets Penny off the floor, and he goes down the lane, moves to Navarro. Navarro will stroke the three, it won't go. Rudy Fernandez gets the rebound to Rubio. And Rubio will reset the offense for Spain. He wants a screen here, he's asking for a screen, and so Gasol's gonna come and set it. Kent slides by the screen. Rubio looking for some penetration. Typical, yeah, exactly right. Nice shot from Rubio, that's classic European basketball. Rubio doesn't try to lay it in, he keeps looking to kick it out for a three-point shooter. Can't find one, so settles for the little six-footer. Here's Mika Vukona to Jones. Jones goes down the lane, he'll kick it out. Kent picks it up, and he drops a dime to Pledger, but Pledger wasn't on the same script, and Pledger's got his third foul in as many minutes. Pledger just gets tangled up with Jorge Garbrajosa, and Vucinic has got no choice now. He's got to go get Bradshaw and bring him in. There's Alex Pledger. A bit of a deer in headlights look as Pledger will come off and sit down, and that was a torrid start for the young man from Blenheim, New Zealand. The pass goes into Gasol. We've got a foul here. The referee's called on Bradshaw. Bradshaw's just checked into the game, and he's got a foul. So you can see that how difficult it's going to be for New Zealand. They're undersized on the interior, and so if Spain are smart, of course, are smart, very well coached by Scariolo. They're going to give Gasol as many touches as they can inside, because the tall blacks, it's a bit of a misnomer with this group, they're very undersized inside. And Rudy Fernandez scores the first one, and Kevin Garnett style, he shakes all the hands of his teammates after the free throw. We've got a quick look at Nenad Vucinic. And so it is 13-3 for New Zealand, and they really need to get a bucket here. They want to stay close. Rubio gets away with a little rub there. We'll see if Penny gets a touch here. Guarded by Navarro. It's Penny one-on-one against Navarro. And here's Jones, the left-handed player. Nice pass from Kent, and a great pass from Kent as he gives it to Penny, and Penny says nice pass on the way back. Good movement from the Kiwi team, and nice backdoor cut from Penny. Over the top, alley-oop! Oh, it's a reverse jam from Rudy Fernandez on the alley-oop from La Pistola. What a play, and that's got to be the highlight of the game right there. It's showtime come early in the first quarter as Fernandez throws it down reverse on a pass from La Pistola. Here it is. This is the backdoor cut from Penny. What a great one-handed pass from Kench. And there is the alley-oop pass, and Fernandez goes up and gets it and just reverses it around, and he's looking up at the crowd. He really enjoys it. Who can blame him? There's Penny, gets the ball on the inbounds. Navarro's right in his footwork. And Penny tries to give it up, but it's deflected by Gasol. Got his long arms, and here goes Rubio. He stopped in transition. He'll drop it to Navarro. Navarro will penetrate, and that is a traveling violation as Kent steps in to try and take the charge, but Navarro traveled before it. Jeremy Kent, a bit of defense there from the number 9 for New Zealand. It's Kent to Penny. Might have got away with the travel. And now we got a call for a moving screen on Mika Vukona. Number 7, he's the best athlete on the New Zealand team. Often has to guard players better than him. Bigger than him, I beg your pardon, not better. Bigger than him, and he's guarding Garbrajosa, who's got a few inches on him right now. Jorge Garbrajosa at 2 meters 7, 6'9", and Vukona comes in at 6'4", so quite a mismatch. So we'll have a look here. A little bit of zone defense from the Tall Blacks. Penny couldn't get to the passing lane. That's Navarro. Don't let him shoot it. You can't leave him alone as he'll knock down the 3 ball. And New Zealand have got to strap their seatbelts on and try and stay close here. It's now 13 points in the first quarter. Penny off Bradshaw. He'll go to the basket, gets fouled, and one. If it goes, and one. Kirk Penny lays it off the glass, gets a bump, and lays it up, and gets the and one. As Gasol has committed the foul. There's a look at Scariolo, the Italian coach of Spain. And there's Jeremy Kent, who comes out of the game, and Lindsay Tate returns. There's a look at Piero Cameron. Kent just talking to his teammates, and Penny hits the front of the rim, but gets it to go to convert his and one, 18-7 to Spain. It's down to an 11-point lead. Rubio passes it through his legs. It's zone defense here from New Zealand, and Penny is down low on the zone. He'll step out to challenge Garbajosa, but Jorge Garbajosa knocks down the 3 ball, and it's 21-18 to España. Tate tries to get it to Penny. Penny needs a screen. So they've changed the play. There's Penny, he'll get it now. He'll look inside to Vucona. Bradshaw will spot up. Craig Bradshaw with the 3 ball. It's off the back of the iron, no good. And Tate saves it to Penny. Penny gives it back to Tate. Nice hustle play there from Tate. Lindsay Tate, point guard for New Zealand. Started last night, now he's in the game here. Vucona can shoot it a bit from there. Garbajosa challenges him, now he closes him as he's picked up his dribble. There's Penny, spots up for the 3. There's the release, and Penny knocks it down. And that is good news for New Zealand as Penny knocks down the 3 ball, and it's double digits for New Zealand. They stay within 10. Rubio playing cat and mouse with Tate. And Gasol rolls, he travels, throws it up, it won't go on the pick and roll. Lindsay Tate gets down with the rebound. He's in trouble. He gives it to Jones, and it's just not heady play from Tate. You can see the trap coming by the Spanish players, and he just stepped into it. To try to avoid the trap, he has to travel rather than dribbling out of it or backing out of it as Navarro comes out of the game. He'll get a break, and Sergio Jewell is in as we see Juan Carlos Navarro on the bench. Sergio Jewell is the Energizer Bunny. He can really go. He wants to dribble to the basket first before he shoots it. And there you go, he puts it on the floor as he challenges Jones. Good defense from Jones. Garbajosa looking inside. Bradshaw's trying to front Gasol in the post. Gasol's got it now, and now this is tough. Gasol will skip it over to Rubio. Rubio to Fernandez. Fernandez shoots a 3 ball, and he gets the trifecta. And we have got a timeout right here as New Zealand calls a timeout as they try to keep the genie in the bottle. They need to stay close, and we'll get a quick break here in the Hauka Pinar Sports Hall.
Keep the shoulder still. Who wants a t-shirt? You guys gonna have to get loud. Get it loud.
And welcome back to the Hauka Pinar Sports Hall as we're inside the huddle for New Zealand.
They switch. One up. Great. You set the screen. They switch. Go. Pull it out. Okay. Pull it out. Go in there and then go there. All right.
You're getting a look at what Nenad Vucinic is trying to set up. New Zealand are very disciplined and patient on offense. They need to be to get Penny the ball in good locations. And so the litmus test of a good timeout is how successfully your players can execute what you ask them to do from a timeout. So when you have a timeout as a coach and you know you've got the offensive ball, next possession, you want to make sure that you get a good look. And there's a New Zealand fan who's supporting the players. And Lindsay Tate will bring it up. We'll get a look to see if New Zealand get a good look. Here's Thomas Abercrombie. He played well. And there's an alley-oop to Abercrombie. Goes up and he throws it down! What a great pass from Kirk Penny as Thomas Abercrombie goes up the elevator and throws it down on an alley-oop. And Abercrombie says to La NBA, you want to run an alley-oop? Have a look at that, boys. Here's a look at it. There's the pass, and Penny throws it up, and Abercrombie goes up to get it, and he throws it down with ease, and it's over Gasol. That is over an NBA 7'1" center, and he just throws it down two-handed. Thomas Abercrombie, what a great athletic move from him. He's only 23 years old, plays his basketball for the New Zealand Breakers in the Australian National Basketball League. And Rubio on the other end, there's a good look at Thomas Abercrombie. Well, that is a highlight he will never forget. Dunking on top of an NBA center. Rubio gets a second, and Spain extends some full court pressure. Vucona struggling to get it in. He gets it into Abercrombie. Now, Abercrombie doesn't want to bring it up. He's got Mumbudu guarding him. does a nice job. Thomas Abercrombie had a good night last night. He's a nice, solid player, but he's got Alex Mumbro all over him. Penny lost the handle. He'll move it to Vukana. Vukana can shoot that. There's a 3-ball around and out. It won't go, but Lindsay Tate pulls down the rebound. And we'll see if New Zealand, now they're very deliberate in the set. Penny looks at Tate and says, what set are we in? Tate calls it. Can't get the ball into Vukana. There's a high post offense that they like to run. Here's Penny off a stagger screen. He spots up and he gets fouled, and he is so clever at that. There's a look at Sergio Scariola. Now, Kirk Penny yesterday against Lithuania made Rinaldas Seibutis commit 2 fouls in a similar fashion. Rinaldas Seibutis is no mug. He's an MVP at the under 21 level in the FIBA Worlds. And Kirk Penny does the same here to Sergio Jul from Spain. And Sergio Jul plays for Real Madrid, and he was drafted in 2009 by the Nuggets. So Penny showed all of his experience there. And gets the first free throw. There's a look at Penny as he shoots the second. And the old saying goes, never foul 3-point shooters because they get 3 freebies from the charity stripe. Penny will see if he can make Spain pay for the foul, and he does. And so this is exactly where New Zealand want to be. They're within 10. There's Rubio on the bench. And into the game now for Spain is the number 8, Raul Lopez, who replaced Calderon when Calderon was injured in the game against the USA. Sergio Juli always wants to put it on the floor, and so you've got to step off him first when you're guarding him. Referee calls a moving screen here. That is on number 11, Fran Vasquez, who's just come into the game. He looks a bit like Herman Munster, with respect to him. Here's Jason Tate. Now Jason Tate will bring it up. Jason Tate to Abercrombie, and Abercrombie turns it over, and that just kills you. Now look out, here's Jewel on the break. He'll give it to Mumbro. Mumbro will give it inside to Felipe Reyes. Felipe Reyes with the little chippy one, it won't go. And there's a rebound pulled down by New Zealand. Penny wanted it in transition, didn't get it. Tate will give it to Cameron, who's checked into the game. Nice backdoor cut from Penny, good movement without the ball. Nice backdoor cut for Abercrombie! Abercrombie throws it down on Fran Vasquez, and Sergio Scariola says, we gotta get a timeout. And Thomas Abercrombie throws it down on Fran Vasquez, two-handed. We're gonna get a timeout, and hopefully we'll get another look at that one as we look at Sergio Scariola. Fernandez is 6'10", 2'9", drafted in the NBA, and Abercrombie dunked on him for fun. That is Thomas Abercrombie with 2 dunks he will not forget. He's thrown it down on Gasol, and now he throws it down on Vasquez.
Los postes lo llaman con tiempo, ¿ok? Y se quedan cerca por si se queda en el bloqueo. Pero con Abercrombie pasamos en el medio. Lo que quieren es puerta atrás, echarles arriba. Penny, si podemos echarlo para adentro.
Well, I hope Thomas Abercrombie's parents are watching this, because his name was just mentioned now in the Spain huddle by Sergio Scariola. What a terrific passage of play from him, and he played well last night, showing all of his athleticism, and he gets New Zealand inside 10. It's 26-18 to Spain. Here's a look at some highlights from the last passage of play. There's Navarro with the opening 3. Garabajosa will shoot the 3. That's Penny with his 3. It is hot in the arena, some terrific play. As Fernandez will stroke one. But hopefully we'll get a look at some of the dunks, which have been absolutely outstanding. This is a heck of a game, and it's 2 minutes to go before the end of the quarter. There's Jewel. He loves to put it on the floor. Reyes, he'll pass it on to Raul Lopez. Raul Lopez shoots 3, it won't go. Long rebound. Alex Mumbrou tips it, but to the wrong guy in the jersey. That's Bradshaw, gives it to Penny. Bradshaw's gonna set a screen right here. Felipe Reyes steps out. Piero Cameron from downtown. It won't go. And Vasquez claims a rebound to Lopez. Lopez inside to Reyes. Reyes kicks it out to Alex Mumbrou. Alex Mumbrou will pull the trigger, it won't go. Penny pulls down the rebound. And New Zealand could get it to 6 or even 5 here with a trifecta. Cameron up top. Abercrombie gives Penny a screen. Now Tate gives Penny. Tate's wide open, lays it in over Vasquez. It won't go. He's put off by the big Vasquez inside. And wouldn't he like to have that shot back? But all credit to him. He chases down the loose ball, pulls it up top. And New Zealand fans give him a well-deserved round of applause. We've got a minute here to play. Tate's going to basket. Terrific. And the Tall Blacks have really got their tails up as they're giving Spain everything that they can handle.
His first foul, that's the 14th.
Lopez is called for the foul. And so New Zealand will try and get something. Here's Penny. Gets a rub from Bradshaw. Looks at the screen and roll. Bradshaw's up momentarily. Gets down the lane. He's going to go up. And Vasquez almost fouled him. Bradshaw struggled to get it. Here's Penny. Good fake. Shoots it. Raul lost his footing. Penny can't get it to go. Reyes gets the loose ball to Jules. Raul. Lopez passes it through his legs. And Lopez is going to shoot up a little runner, and he gets it in the lane. And that's a big basket. That makes the lead 10. Nice and comfortable for Spain. And here's Tate. 4 down is the call. He's guarded closely by Lopez. Abercrombie's getting ready to set a screen. Here's Cameron. Abercrombie backdoor. He lays it up, and it's blocked by Vasquez. It's clean by Vasquez, but Mumbro gets him. And that is just great movement from the All Blacks. Abercrombie, he gets his composure, goes up, and Vasquez's block is clean, but there's the referee pointing right at Alex Mumbro. That's his first. Now Thomas Abercrombie at the line. He's 23 years old. In 2009, he made the National Basketball League All-Star team as a rookie. Played his basketball at Washington State University. And he gets one free throw down. And so the lead is 9. We've got some substitutes coming in now for Spain. Vasquez goes out. He didn't have a great time at all. Navarro comes in. There's Rudy Fernandez. Sergio Jewell, little trap here from the Tall Blacks, showing some zone defense. And it's put Spain off a little bit because there's not many seconds left on the game clock. Unusually you see that Sergio Jewell's going to pull the trigger at the top of the key. It won't go. Abercrombie goes up. This boy can really go. Jones will move it on to Tate. Tate throws it up. If it goes, it's good. It won't go. And the score at the end of the first period is Spain 28, New Zealand 19. We're going to take a quick break. Vasquez, who was drafted in the NBA. Wow. Spain took it on the chin last night against France, and they've got all they can handle right now with the Tall Blacks. The Tall Blacks have just got to stay close. 28-19. Just keep it under double digits. Go into the changing room. And you can get your noses in front, terrific, but there's so much basketball to play. You just want to keep it close. Now here's an important passage of play here as we look at the Spain bench, because Penny's coming out. And so some more inexperienced players are coming in here for the Tall Blacks. Phil Jones is going to be the shooter, and he really needs to get it going. He's 36, he's come out of retirement, but he needs to put some points in here for his team. And this is Michael Fitchett. He's got the point to Mika Vukana, to BJ Anthony at the top, who's just checked in, and Jones is so closely guarded by Sergio Jewell. There's Bradshaw, who's got it on the elbow, and he's going one-on-one against Vasquez. One dribble, that's not smart. Here's Jones. Jones at 6'6", left-handed, drops it into BJ Anthony, and Fran Vasquez blocks it with his elbow. Fran Vasquez says, come on, son. Don't come in here. 3 seconds on the shot clock, and so now New Zealand need to get something quick from their play. Bradshaw's going to give Jones a screen here as he steps out. BJ Anthony gets it, and he gets fouled. And if you can see Sergio Scariolo's expression right here, there's a look at Felipe Reyes, who's committed the foul. You hate to see that. There's 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Whatever you do defensively, don't foul. Scariolo just gave it the classic shoulder shrug and turned around when he saw Reyes committed the foul. That's a look at Phil Jones. Phil Jones really needs to get it going here. But it's BJ Anthony who puts the ball in from the charity stripe. He plays for the North Harbour Heat in New Zealand. He's also contracted to the New Zealand Breakers, who play in the Australian League. Missed the second one. Mika Vukana goes up after it. Felipe Reyes tips it out, and he slaps the basket in disgust, and you can see one of the New Zealand fans enjoying that. There's Nenad Vucinic, the Serbian coach of New Zealand. And Jones gets it in the corner. Guarded by Jewell. Little jab step. One dribble, spots up, shoots it, it won't go. He was shooting those in warm-ups quite a bit. He got a good look at it. Couldn't get it down, but that's encouraging. So it's 28-20, 8 points, it's under 10. This is exactly where New Zealand want to be. Fitchett is guarding Jewell. Fran Vasquez flashes high, throws it down low to Reyes, and that is a very nice high-low as Vasquez and Reyes exchange acknowledgments on the way back. Bradshaw to Jones. Jones looking in the post. Fucona's open. Fucona's got it in the post now. Can he go up? He's only 6'4", behind the back pass. He might have overcooked it. It was a good idea as B.J. Anthony sliding down the lane, and that's a great defensive play from Lopez. A little fire plug in there. He's trying to get his team going after the loss last night. That's a great hustle play. So now we got 6 seconds on the shot clock where we were last possession. And there's all kinds of hugging and grabbing in here. Someone's going to cut down the lane. There's Bradshaw. He's spot up. 4, 3, 2. Michael Fitchett will throw the 3 ball, and it's air ball. But he had to shoot it, really. He was brave to come back and get the ball off Bradshaw. He really had to release it. This is where New Zealand struggle without Penny, but you know, Penny needs to get his break. And New Zealand coach Vucinic goes to the bench. There's Craig Bradshaw who comes out. And Casey Frank is the American-born player who comes in. Didn't play at all last night. Jones is guarding Lopez. Anthony steps out in the screen, and once again it's high-low from Vasquez to Reyes, and Reyes lays it in and gets the and one. And you can see the size of it. Get a look at it here. That's a very nice high-low from Vasquez to Reyes. Reyes leans in and gets the foul, and that is something that the Tall Blacks will struggle because of the size that the Spain team have. The size advantage they have over the Tall Blacks. There's a good look at Fran Vasquez. It does look like Herman Munster, famous actor, famous character in the U.S. Michael Fitchett brings it up to Mika Vukana. He'll move it on to Jones. Jones to Fitchett, good movement. That's Jones on a fade screen. Now he gets a ball screen from Frank and a wraparound pass one-handed, and Frank couldn't quite catch it. And we are off to the races here as Spain are on the break. That is San Emeterio coming down the lane. It won't go. And we're going the other way here now as New Zealand have got it. There's Jones. Jones on a dribble weave to the top. They'll give it back to Fitchett. Here's Jones. Jones moves it to Casey Frank. He'll shoot it, and he'll get it to go right at the end of the shot clock as the 3 ball goes. And New Zealand are still hanging in there. 9-point difference. As Spain are in their set. There's Lopez. He'll give it to Vasquez. Vasquez doesn't know what to do with it, so he bounces it. That's a turnover. Here's a good look at Vasquez. He's had a rough night so far tonight. He's a tremendous talent, but drafted by the NBA. He's going to spend some more time in Spain and then see when he's ready if he wants to go to the NBA. In fact, he didn't sign a contract once he got drafted, preferring to stay with Girona in Spain. And now he plays for Barcelona. Penny's checked back into the game. Now he's being guarded by a bigger man, San Emeterio, and he's using all of his skill on the perimeter. He give it up to Anthony. Anthony shoots a 3 ball. Will it go in? No, it won't. New Zealand can't get the tip. Fernandez moves it up to Rubio. The 2 stars are in now. Rubio, oh, what a great look-away pass! And Reyes throws it down, but it's the pass from Rubio that sets it up as he looks one way and throws it the other. What a great pass from Ricky Rubio, and it's 34-23, and Spain are bringing the studs back in. Great hustle play from Fernandez. Jones picks it up. Here's Fitchett, needs to attack the basket. There's Penny. Oh, Penny missed a chance to shoot it. He'll stroke it now, and it won't go. I thought he could have shot it a little bit quicker. Here comes Spain as they start to go through the gears. Here's Rubio. Rubio turns it over. Now here comes a 2-on-1 opportunity. Good no call for the referees. Here comes Penny. He'll lay it in. It goes. There was a foul at the half court. The referees let it go, which is a good no call because Penny was on a break. and he lays it in. And New Zealand won't go away. Rubio to Fernandez. He gets fouled by Jones. Jones shakes his hand afterwards. He's on the pass. Felipe Reyes shoots a three, it won't go. Rubio with those hands of his, he gets the loose ball. San Materio's open all by himself under the basket. And Fernandez is fouled by the Tall Blacks. There's a look at Phil Jones. It's his second foul.
Entering the game for Spain are number 13, Marc Gasol.
So Gasol's going to come back into the game, and Garbajosa as Vasquez takes a seat. And we'll see now if Spain really try to get on top of this. They're up 34-25 with just under 6 minutes to play in the half. Rubio brings it in. He goes off of a screen, a little flare of a screen. He's got it, he lost it. It's a loose ball. Who's got it? It's that man, Abercrombie. He still got it. Be careful, Fernandez. He's dunked on two guys already. He goes in and can't get it. In transition, Rubio comes up with a loose ball. Thomas Abercrombie is such a tremendous prospect as a professional player. He's just so skinny. He's put some weight on. Here's Garbajosa at the top. Speaking of skinny, there's Fernandez. Fernandez crossover dribble against Abercrombie. And Fernandez forces up a bad shot because Abercrombie's defense is so good. And in transition, Fitchin will shoot the trifecta, and he'll get it to go as Mikko Mukona shares some applause for his teammate. Rubio calls the play, uses Gasol as a screen, as a back screen from Garbajosa. Garbajosa's going to throw it down inside. No, referee. The foul is before. This is not good officiating. He's going to score the basket, but the foul is as Gasol is establishing post position, and it's exactly what Vucinic is saying. It's before he has the basketball, the foul's committed. There's a look at Michael Fitchin as he shoots a three in transition. That's a nice little pull-up. Good basket for the number 5. But Gasol converts the basket. He's going to go to the line for his and one, and Casey Frank commits the foul. And the New Zealand fans are showing their discontent as they're telling the referee they disagree with that call. Here's Gasol to try to add to his total, and he gets it. And so it's 37-28 to Spain. There's Cameron down in the blocks. He'll face against Gasol. It'll be tough for him to make any move against Gasol. He's going to look to pass out of this position, but he's backing Gasol down. They move to Penny. Penny will catch and shoot. What a terrific demonstration of how to catch and shoot quick. And Cameron delivered the pass right in the shooting pocket. New Zealand fans are loving it, and it's a 6-point game. 37-31. Spain, a little out of funk here now. Garbajosa goes into Gasol. He'll throw it to Fernandez. Fernandez spots up, shoots the three, and that is so sweet. It's nothing but net. It's so pure from Fernandez as he gets that three to go. So now it's 9. Here comes New Zealand into Cameron. He threw the pass. He's going to spot up and shoot it. It won't go. Fernandez above the rim to get that rebound. He hands it off to Rubio. Rubio to Fernandez. Oh, he traveled, but he got away with it. Garbajosa can shoot it. He puts it on the floor behind the back pass. It's showtime come early here. There's some penetration from San Materio, and he gets on the board. And Vucinic wants to get a timeout. As you can see, the Spanish players really enjoyed that. This San Materio comes off and gets some congratulations from his teammates as we take a brief pause.
FIBA One Love dancers from Russia.
And welcome back to the Halka Pinar Arena here in Izmir, Turkey. We're still in the preliminary rounds of the 2010 FIBA World Championships. This is Group D, and Group D is the place to be, as we've seen some terrific games so far in the pool play. We're looking here at Nenad Vucinic, who is the New Zealand coach, and he called a timeout to try and stop the momentum that Spain were amassing Spain have pushed the lead out to 11. It's 42-31. And we saw this last time that New Zealand called a timeout and came out of the huddle. They executed a fantastic play. They got a basket on an alley-oop play to Thomas Abercrombie, which was just terrific. And so we'll see again if Vucinic can be the magician and get a play that his team can execute. We're looking at Portland Trail Blazers guard Rudy Fernandez, who just made a three before the stoppage. And so it's Mika Vukona to bring it in. He gives it to Penny. Some full court pressure here from Spain. Tate handles it well. Cameron comes high. That's exactly where the Tall Blacks like to get the ball to operate their offense from. Here's Penny, great movement. Guarded closely by Fernandez. Here's Abercrombie. He'll spot up and elevate and shoot it, and he gets the deuce. Thomas Abercrombie is so fun to watch. He gets up. He's so fluid. He knocks down the deuce. And that's a great timeout from Vucinic. Really earning his pay. Spain the other way. Garbajosa. That's Navarro goes to the basket. And Navarro with a little runner. Nothing but net. Abercrombie. He's going to bring it over the timeline. He's guarded by Rubio. Gives it to Cameron. We're under 3 minutes to play. Here's Penny. Penny guarded by Fernandez. Penny walks it back. Wants to get the set. We're under 10 of the shot clock. Abercrombie's bumped by Navarro. And Penny goes early, and he releases it early. And Abercrombie gets above the rim, and it won't go. But he gets fouled. Thomas Abercrombie, so fun to watch. And look at Gasol. Gasol can't believe it. He's incredulous. That's his second foul. It must have been on Abercrombie's putback. But either way, Thomas Abercrombie is going to step up and shoot it. And the arena goes quiet as Abercrombie steps up. He gets the first one. So look at some of the New Zealand fans. It's 10. 8 points tonight from Abercrombie. He's going to try to add to that total right here. And there's the second one, nothing but net. And so now it's 9. New Zealand won't go away. And there's a little trapping defense here from New Zealand, but Rubio just slices right through it. New Zealand is showing a little bit of zone defense here. It's a 1-3-1 zone. And the Spanish have just identified that's not going to count.
No basket.
Gasol is fouled as he's trying to establish position. And the foul is on Mika Vukona.
His second foul.
His second.
Going to the line to shoot 2 for Spain is number 13, Marc Gasol.
As I look at Mika Vukona there. He's 6'4", and he's trying to play inside for the Tall Blacks as they're so undersized. They're so small now. Navarro just pushes Abercrombie over, steps up, shoots the 3, it won't go. Shows you Vukona's athleticism. He's going to lead the break now. He gets in the paint and sees Gasol and turns around. And that is Cameron on the penetration and pitch. And Pito Cameron is filling the trailer spot, and he shoots a 3, and New Zealand fans loving it like he's a god. Rubio travels, Gasol goes up, and Vukona's trying to get out of the way. After they got a foul against, oh, that's hard. Because Vukona's just trying to get out of the way here. He falls on the floor. He's gonna have to come out, but this is tough now. And the New Zealand fans are booing because we'll see if we can see this again. That's his 3rd foul. He definitely has to come out. You don't want to get a 4th foul in the first half. And so here we'll see it now. Gasol, there's a charge here, and Vukona's trying to get out of the way. I didn't see a lot of contact there. That's a tough call. But Gasol, and he's heartless. There's no justice. He steps up and he makes the free throw. And there is Vukona on the bench. So it's a 7-point lead. And Gasol misses the second. Abercrombie gets the rebound. He gives it to Lindsay Tate. Tate gets it over half court. And there's Bradshaw, comes high. Penny. Oh, Thomas Abercrombie slides through and he throws it down another time. Just great execution from the New Zealand team. They're so fun to watch. Unless you're Sergio Scariolo, you don't want to see it. Rubio loses the handle briefly, gets it over. Tate's dogging him. Tate picks him up, and here's a steal by Piero Cameron in the post. Can New Zealand break? Here's Tate. He's going to give it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to go up. Oh, he misses the easy one. Oh, it rips your heart out if you're a New Zealand fan. He misses the easy lay-in after a good pass from Tate in transition. And there's Navarro. Navarro throws it over the top after some stern defense from New Zealand. And La Pistola kicks it out to Garbajosa. Garbajosa, a dagger. He just sticks a dagger right into the chest, and he loves it. Right into the chest of the Tall Blacks. It's 8. Oh, wouldn't Bradshaw like to have the layup back? What a great game. Tate to Cameron. He's a great passer from there. Penny, nice cut. He's open briefly inside. Thomas Abercrombie. Oh, he leaves Navarro, and he goes up and gets fouled, and one! Oh, what a move. Can you believe it? This kid is so exciting to watch. Unbelievable. Unless you're Sergio Scariolo, you don't want to see any more of him. It starts with the move. He leaves Navarro for dead. Absolutely crosses him over. And then he goes up and he elevates. And Fernandez fouls him. Look at him. He looks like a young man. What's this, Navarro? See you later. I'm going up. And Fernandez fouls him two-handed, and he gets it to go. Terrific. Here's the and one. But Bradshaw chases it down. Penny, good movement. He's in the lane. He'll give it to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's going to stroke it. It's too long. But Abercrombie fights for the rebound. It goes to Rubio. Rubio down to Navarro. Navarro goes in the lane, and Bradshaw gets a hand on it. Good defense from Bradshaw. 14 seconds left, and the ball is going to go to New Zealand. So there's 14 seconds left in the half. There's 6 points in it. Gasol goes off. He looks frustrated. Nothing easy for the Spanish today. Piero Cameron comes in. So it's Abercrombie to Kench. Now New Zealand will try to get the last shot here of the half. Kench. He'll dribble to the corner. They'll give it to Cameron. Cameron gets fouled, no call. Got a call now. Let's see what the referees call. And the clock's gone down. The clock, on your screen, the clock says 0-0-0, but there's 0.6 seconds left in the arena. And we're not at the free throw line. So here comes Alex Pledger. Now Pledger's the 7-footer. He's coming in. And we'll see if New Zealand are going to throw a little tip play here for either Abercrombie, who gets up, or Pledger, the 7-footer. There's no time to catch it and dribble it. It's got to be catch and shoot. Pledger's all open. He gets it! Oh my goodness! The Spanish players are standing around like statues. They can't believe it. They didn't think the ball was going to be handed in. Pledger gets it, shoots it. He just walks off the bench. We got a heck of a game. It's 4 points. Watch this, nobody guarding him. And he gets the little 15-footer to go. And don't the New Zealand players love it? It's 48-44 just before halftime. And if you could see the body language of the Spanish players going into the change room, their shoulders are slumped. There's the halftime score, 48-44. If you like basketball, this is a heck of a game to watch right here. The movement from the New Zealand Tall Blacks is sensational. And they haven't read the script. They're not supposed to be this close. There it is, 48-44. We'll take a look at some individual points here now in just a second. New Zealand not great anywhere on the floor except from their free throw line. 53% from the 2-point, that's not too bad. Of course, 71% for the Spanish, getting a lot of points inside. Fernandez has got 10, Kirk Penny's got 16. He's so quiet, he's like a quiet assassin. You think he hasn't really done much, he's got 16. He's on course to get above 30 again. There's a look at the arena. Let's take a look here now at the scores. There's Penny with 16 and Abercrombie with 13. And with all the NBA players on the Spain roster, there's only one in double digits. That's Fernandez. And this is just a sensational game of basketball right here.
A big round of applause, please.
Getting a look at the arena as the fans are going to get a quick break. Here's a look at some of the highlights here. There's the opening tip. There's Navarro. Navarro steps back and shoots the three. There's the left-hander, Phil Jones. He can fill it. There, look at that. Scariolo next to his assistants. And there is Ricky Rubio for the easiest two he'll get. There he is looking around trying to find a pass. Just says, I'll spot up and shoot a little 8-footer. Thank you very much. Great pass from Kench on the backdoor cut to Penny. Watch this, Fernandez goes up and he's gonna throw it down. That's a pass from La Pistola and Fernandez goes up and throws it down and throws it a 360 to boot. You would have thought that would be the highlight of the half, but it wasn't. There's a three from Penny. And there he goes, Scariolo. This might be the highlight of the half as Abercrombie goes up to get the alley-oop because he throws it down on Gasol. Have some of that. And the coaching staff love it, except for Vucinic. The fans love it. Abercrombie has had a sensational half. There's Scariolo. Watch this. Nice three-pointer from the Tall Blacks. La Pistola with a look-away pass, and Reyes throws it down. It's a look-away pass that sets this up. Reyes goes up and throws it down easily, but Rubio really set the play up. And Fernandez really likes that. Here is Navarro. He throws it up and it goes. So it's halftime here. 48-44 to Spain. Don't go anywhere as you see Thomas Abercrombie throw it down. And welcome back to the Halka Pinar Arena here in Izmir, Turkey, in the preliminary rounds of the 2010 FIBA World Championships. We are in Group D, and if you're just joining us, where have you been? Because you missed a terrific half of basketball. If you're with us from the first half, hold on to your hats, because here we go. It is 48 to Spain. The defending champions of the world have got their hands full with the Tall Blacks of New Zealand, who've got 44. Spain have led by as many as double digits, but New Zealand just wouldn't go away. In fact, New Zealand got it down to 4 at the buzzer as Alex Pledger steps into the game. There's Alex Pledger there, number 15 on the bench, and he's unguarded and just shoots a two-point shot that goes in. Now, I'll offer this to you to see what you think it was any indicator. When Spain went into the change room, they went in with their shoulders slumped, and when they came out as individuals. Gasol came out first, and then a few more players came out in 2s and 3s, but they didn't come out as a group. When New Zealand came out, on the other hand, it was all the players together. They ran out onto the court, and they are ready to try and cause an upset. So the question we posed at the beginning remains, and that is, do you believe? Do you believe an upset can occur here? We had one last night between France and Spain, and it is the minnows of New Zealand from the Oceania region against the defending world champions of Spain with all of the NBA caliber players they have. New Zealand have kept it close. They just need to keep it close to see if they can get their noses in front right at the end. They start in zone. Navarro will shoot it. It won't go. And New Zealand come down with the rebound. It's Phil Jones who gathers it in. New Zealand have been excellent in their half-court offense. And Thomas Abercrombie's been sensational. Penny's got 16. And there's a turnover there from Mika Vukona. Nice pass from Navarro to Garbajosa, and Jorge Garbajosa, he wears his heart on his sleeve. He really loves it. He pumps his fist as he goes back. And all of a sudden now, Spain are starting to turn it up. There's Penny, gives it back to Vukona. Vukona's gonna go to the lane. He's gonna get fouled by Garbajosa, no call, but Gasol swats it. Gasol sends it back the other way. Vukona trying to get the foul against Garbajosa. No joy. It's New Zealand ball. There's Jones. There's Penny. He gets a look. He gets a feet set. Doesn't let it go. Jones, he can shoot it left-handed. Shoots it over the 7-footer. It won't go. And it's off Garbajosa. And it stays right here. Jones shot that with a 7-footer coming right at him. There's a look at Mika Vukona. There's Penny as he runs through screens. Nice cut from Jones. Penny will get it. He's in the corner. Not a great spot. He'll give it to Pledger. Pledger will spot up and shoot it. Front rims and it won't go. Rubio gets it. Gets a little whack from Vukona for his troubles. He passes it through his legs. He goes by Kench. He's so quick with the ball in his hands. He throws a nice little pass over to Gasol. And Gasol gets the and one. And he just goes up over to guard Kench. Kench is just rubbing his nose right now as he got an elbow. You got to look right here. This is big versus little. And Kench gets a shoulder right in the jaw. And Gasol just asserts himself. Gets the and one. He'll see if he can convert it. And just like that, it could be 10 if Gasol converts the and one right here. He does. And it's 10. 54-44. Spain have upped the intensity. Here's Kench. Kench will throw an ill-advised pass to Jones. Gasol can't get it. Jones will spot up and shoot it around and out. It won't go. And a loose ball goes to Rubio. Rubio looks at Gasol. Gasol wants the basketball. He'll move it to Garbajosa. He can stroke it, and Garbajosa with the trifecta. And all of a sudden now it's 13. And Spain said you might have been dreaming in the first half, but it's a nightmare here in the second half if you're a New Zealand fan. Jones gives it to Vukona. Vukona attacks the middle. He gives it out to Kench. Kench will spot up and shoot it over the 7-footer. Here's a tip from Vukona. He can't get it, gets it back and lays it in. Great hustle play from Mika Vukona. This is Kench, who's guarding Rubio. Gets through the screen from Gasol. Garbajosa, he'll bounce it with a head fake and shoot it off the front of the rim. It won't go. Good look, but couldn't get it to go. And here is Jones. It's a rub from Pledger. Gives it to Pledger. Pledger spots up, shoots a 15-footer, rattles around, it won't go. Kench gives it to Pledger. He's going to go up and lay it in. Oh, he missed a layup. He missed a layup. And here comes Gasol on the break. He's going up strong, and he throws it down. On a great pass from Fernandez. And you can see the exasperated look from Nenad Vucinic. Pledger just missed the layup. It's a 4-point turnaround because Spain come down the other way. And here he is. Rubio's going to go up. He's going to lay it in. They call him La Pistola. It's going to be a timeout here for New Zealand. I call him El Ladron, the thief, because he steals so many passes. And there he is, a look at Ricky Rubio, who lays it in as we get a timeout and a short break.
Okay, we were in the same situation with this.
Okay, so we're back here in the Halka Pinar Sports Hall, and the first thing that Vucinic says to his team is, okay, we're in the first situation we were in the first half. They're chasing 15 points. And don't you think for a second that this tall black team is going to roll over and die, because Vucinic is a terrific coach. They're very well organized. They run some terrific offenses, and they just hustle all over the place for loose balls and whatever scraps they can get. With just a little bit more precision in their execution, they'd be a little bit closer. Okay, so Vucinic now has called timeouts in the first half twice. His team came out and got baskets after the timeout, and we'll see if he can do it again. Here's a look at Gasol. He'll throw it to Garbajosa. Garbajosa is so steady. There he is. It means so much to him. Trying to get his teammates going. And here is Gasol, and he just throws it down. Here is El Ladron, the thief, as he goes and lays it in. So there's some full court pressure here from Spain. Spain want to try and put paid to this and kill it off here in the third quarter. Fernandez on Jones. Oh, Jones around the back. See you later, Fernandez. He'll move it on to Penny. Penny to Cameron. Good move from Jones. Cameron has got the 7-footer away from the basket. Exactly what you want. Here is Penny. Tate. Tate. He's double teamed. He moving on, good head fake from Vucona. Vucona might have got some body. No call. Oh, Navarro didn't just walk, he ran with it. How did he get away with that? He missed a layup, but he traveled, so there's a bit of justice there on the feed from Fernandez. Here's Lindsay Tate to Cameron. Cameron to Penny. Oh, he'll spot up and shoot that. It won't go, he front ends it. And there's that man, Vucona, who goes up with the putback, banks it in, and there's a deuce. Scariolo, the Spain coach, has a look. And here is Rubio. Rubio's all alone. He shoots it, it won't go. And Vucona skies to get it. He's only 6'4", but what a tremendous athlete. Now here's Penny. He's guarded by Fernandez. Puts it through his legs. He just has a hard time blowing by people, but he can certainly spot up and shoot it. And he moves so well without it. Here's Tate. Tate, he's gonna take on the 7-footer. He'll kick it out to Cameron. Need to get a shot. There's only 4 seconds on the shot clock. Penny's gonna have to shoot it against Garbajosa. He gets a runner to go. No good. Nice pass from Rubio to Navarro in the corner. That's a nice exhibition of how you spot up on a break and find space. Navarro finds some space, and he knows Rubio's gonna find him, and he gets the trifecta, and it's 64-48. Spain are starting to get into third gear. Here's Penny. Penny to Tate. Tate got fouled by Rubio, no call. He front ends it, it won't go. And there is Phil Jones, but Gasol says, whammo. Get out of here with that. So the score is 64-48. A little under 5 minutes ago was 4 points. Now it's 16. Spain are not messing around. And there's Abercrombie. He goes up, he gets fouled, and one. This guy is like a one-man wrecking crew. Garbajosa acknowledges that he committed the foul. But Thomas Abercrombie slices to the basket, makes a nice cut, gets a good feed, lays it in. Gasol goes through the lane. Abercrombie doesn't like that, so he'll give it back to the referee and get it back. And he'll see if he can convert his and one. He's ever so slight fake there, but he gets it down. And it is 64-51, it's 13. There's Tate, he'll guard. A little trap here from the All Blacks. And that is a very professional foul from Peter Cameron. He knows he's only going to play limited minutes and he's not going to give up a layup. There's Sergio Scariolo. And so he commits Gasol. He commits a foul against Gasol instead of allowing Gasol to get the easy lay-in. Garbajosa, he turns it over. Nope. Great hustle play here from San Emeterio. He gives it into Gasol. Gasol almost turns it over. Navarro picks up the loose ball, and La Bomba shoots it. That was offense by accident by the Spanish. And Navarro picks up the fortuitous bounce and just nails the three-pointer. There's good offense from New Zealand. Into Vucona. Great execution. And Vucona gets the basket off the back screen. And so here is Raul Lopez to run the point now, having come into the game. The Spanish team just goes so deep. Navarro, little shake and shimmy. And he gets in the lane, throws up that little runner he loves. He can't get it to go, and Abercrombie gets the rebound. Fakes the outlet pass and hangs on to it. Here's Cameron. He's made 1 3 already. Spots up, shoots the three. Back iron won't go. Vucona gets away with a push. He gets in the lane. He loses it. And it's a foul. Vucona gets away with a push, and Garbajosa looks quizzically at the referee. Can't believe it's against him.
His second foul, the Kinji foul. Substitution for Spain entering the game are number 9, Felipe Reyes, and number 11, Fran Vasquez.
And Fran Vasquez comes in for Garbajosa. And Gasol's going to come out of the game. There's Garbajosa, who comes out. He's a bit upset at that foul. And then Gasol will take a seat on the bench too. And so now can Spain retain the lead when they bring in some reserve players? There's Penny, guarded by Navarro. He'll get in the lane, he'll get fouled, and one. Terrific. Kirk Penny with a terrific move. And this is the one weakness of the Spanish guards. They're not great guarding people on the dribble. And so when they start to play against good guards, they get exposed. Now Penny doesn't have great quickness, so the fact that he gets to the basket quite wisely, he uses his body, means that Spain might have trouble when they start to play against quicker guards. Penny's organized himself here as we look at Marc Gasol. Penny goes to the bench. There's Fran Vasquez. And Penny is going to get ready to shoot it. He misses the free throw. You don't like that. You want to put points on the board when the clock is stopped when you're chasing it, but it's 12, 67-52, it was 16. Spain in control. Tall Blacks with a 1-3-1 defense. There's Navarro. He goes to the basket and he throws up that little floater that he likes and he gets it to go. There's Penny, sideline break. Penny to Tate. Tate to Cameron at the top. Abercrombie to Cameron, good head fake. And he shoots the three, rattles it around, it won't go. Bukona's called for the foul and he shouts right away, oh no. And that is his fourth, and that is oh no if you are a New Zealand fan, because he's the best athlete they have. And so Craig Bradshaw is gonna have to come in. Bradshaw is still a player who's developing. He's gonna step out and guard Reyes. There's Bradshaw there in the center of your screen, number 14. Reyes, we'll move it on here to San Emeterio. Emeterio gets in the lane, throws up the runner, will go. Abercrombie, he's gonna move it down the floor. He's quick, he goes through the gears and he's fouled. We'll sort it out here for you. Navarro says he committed it, and he did. It's Juan Carlos Navarro. That is his second. And so Spain's in the penalty. There's a little less than 3 minutes to play. And here is New Zealand running an inbounds play. Penny got it, squared up, let it go. Nothing but net. So quick in the corner, he squared up and released it, let it go. There's Kirk Penny, and it's nothing but net. And it's 11, 69-58. Here's Navarro putting on the floor. He gets a foul, draws a foul against Abercrombie. Navarro's first step is quick when he's got the basketball. Speaking of quick first steps, there's Thomas Abercrombie. Sergio Jules just checked into the game, and he is very quick. Now, Lopez will bring it in. This is San Emeterio up top. He's guarded by Penny. Vasquez goes to set a screen. Lopez goes the other way to give it to Jewel. Jewel always wants to bounce it before he shoots it. He will very rarely catch and shoot. So that's something he's got to improve in his game. He'll move it to Vasquez. Vasquez spots up and he shoots the 16-footer and gets it to go down. It's a deuce. 71-58. And this is New Zealand the other way. Here's Tate having a look inside to Cameron. Cameron's a good passer from here. And move it on to Bradshaw. Bradshaw's struggling to get stuff down, and he continues to struggle from the three-point line. It's a good look. He had to shoot it, but he back irons it. And the loose ball, the rebound goes to Raul Lopez. Lopez goes around the screen, spots up and shoots a three. There's a great demonstration of how to use a ball screen as Raul Lopez shoots a three. And it's 73-58. It's been a comfortable double-digit lead for the Spain team since they went through the gears in the third quarter, coming out at halftime only up 4. Tate up top. Bradshaw, he's not afraid to shoot it. Front ends at this one. And Spain will let him shoot those all day because he hasn't made one yet. As long as Penny doesn't shoot it, that's okay for Spain. Here's Jewel. Vasquez lowers his shoulder. We'll see who the foul's against because it was both bodies going at it. Have a look. So there's Cameron. He's got position. That is a foul on Fran Vasquez. Now, how they can call a foul on Cameron is beyond me. Vasquez lowers his shoulder, and he goes right into him. Now, both players are banging, but as soon as Vasquez lowers his shoulder, that is an offensive foul.
Going to the line to shoot free throws is number 11, Fran Vasquez.
So Vasquez will step to the line to shoot his 2 throws. As a look at Phil Jones on the bench with Pero Cameron. And there is a look at Fran Vasquez. Misses the first. There's 15 points in it here, 73 to Spain, 58 to New Zealand. Vasquez to make the second. He nets that. Frank's come into the game with Michael Fitchett. 1 minute to go in the quarter here. Fitchett will spin dribble on Lopez, bounce pass to Penny. Penny to Frank. Frank to Bradshaw. Penny's moving without the ball. He gets looked off. Frank throws it to Fitchett. Fitchett will shoot the 3. It's an air ball. And Frank, oh, there you go. Felipe Reyes tries to save it under his own basket, and you can see Scariolo. That is a schoolboy error. Never, ever save it under your own basket. He gives it to Casey Frank, and Casey Frank says thank you very much and lays it in. There's Lopez for Spain. He uses Vasquez's screen. He steps to the basket. He gets fouled and one. The basket goes, and this is a classic European travel. So watch this. The ball goes out of bounds. Reyes turns around and throws it to Frank, and Frank just lays it in. And I think what Scariolo is saying is, oh my God, as he puts his hand on his head. Raul Lopez to extend the lead for Spain. He gets it. So there's 30 seconds to play here in the third quarter. And if New Zealand is smart, they'll try to work the clock as much as they can so that Spain don't get a good look at the end. There's Fitchett with the ball. There's Frank. He's going to spot up and shoot it. A little too quick for my liking. Got a foul called right here. And it's going to be a foul against the Spanish player. I think it's San Emeterio. 17-point lead for Spain. Here's a look at it. As a shot goes up. And you can see San Emeterio, there's not a lot in that. He just went outside the cylinder of his body as he's trying to shield off Thomas Abercrombie. But that's a bit of a nickel and dime foul with all the contact that goes inside sometimes. And Abercrombie can't get it to go as he shows his frustration, pounds his fists against his thighs. He gets a second one as he composes himself. 77-60, 10 seconds to go. We'll see. Oh my heavens, Jewell is wide open, it won't go. Abercrombie gets the rebound. He's gonna go to length of the floor, he's gonna shoot it, and it goes! Thomas Abercrombie gets it to go in the lane as the buzzer goes off. This guy should play the lottery tonight. Everything he's done has come up roses. And it's 77. Here he is, Abercrombie going down the lane. Just floats through the air and shoots it as we finish the third quarter. We'll take a break. Now, there it goes. The scoreboard has just put up Abercrombie's 2 points. So now it's 77-63. The pot is right. And Jones will bring it in for New Zealand. They're desperate to get a basket here to start things off on the right foot. Referees check the scorer's table to make sure everything's all right. There's a look at the numbers. It was 4 at halftime. It's 16 now. Michael Fitchett's in the game still for New Zealand. It's 14 now, beg your pardon. There's Frank, he'll get squared up. There's Jones, he'll get squared up. Frank to Fitchett, looking for a backdoor cut from Jones. Here's Abercrombie, Bradshaw. He hasn't gotten it going. There's Frank, he'll throw it down into Jones. Jones can't get something easy. Oh, a little shovel pass inside to Casey Frank. What a great offense from the Tall Blacks. As Frank gets the easy 2. Sergio Jewell, he wants to bounce it. I'd like to have a word with anybody who defends him. He wants to catch it and put it on the floor, so step off of him and dare him to shoot the 3. He is dribble first, shoot second. I know he's probably quick. That's a good look at Sergio Jewell, but take away what he wants to do first and then adjust if you're defending him. There's Raul Lopez to Sergio Jewell. There's that dribble we talk about. He'll throw the alley-oop pass and he leaves it short. Casey Frank gets a deflection. Here's Fitchett the other way. Turnover ball for Spain. Casey Frank at the last basket for the Tall Blacks. He'll hand it off to Jones. Jones will spot up and shoot the three, and nothing but net from Phil Jones as he came out of retirement for his last international tournament. And that's a big basket. It is 77-68. It is now 9 at single digits for New Zealand. It's a 1-3-1 zone from New Zealand. Craig Bradshaw right in the center of that. The best athletes at the back. That's Abercrombie. He gets up. Bradshaw turns it over. Nice tip to Jones. Good deflection from Bradshaw. Jones down the sideline looking for a pass. Pitch it to Thomas Abercrombie. Thomas Abercrombie throws a three. It won't go. Bradshaw momentarily had the rebound. He can't get it. This is San Amaterio. He'll go coast to coast. He loses it. Raul tries to pick it up. He does. It's like a bar of soap. So it goes cross court to San Amaterio. He'll drive and lay it in. Nice move as Phil Jones got caught trying to close out. So the Spanish players have touched the basketball as it goes through the rim. They're going to get a warning. Sergio Scariolo is going to his bench, and he's bringing in Rubio. As soon as it went under double digits, he brought Rubio in. So that's how quick Rubio is. Pitcher can't get loose to get the entry pass. Finally he does, and Frank gives it to him. Fitchett will handle the point. Nice curl from Abercrombie. He's guarded by Fernandez, who's also checked into the game. Scariolo was sweating bullets a bit when it got down to 9. Abercrombie will get a screen from Bradshaw. He'll try to elevate over Vasquez. Vasquez blocks it. Vasquez is so long. You need Kirk Penny now. Here's the alley-oop to Fran Vasquez, and he throws it down two-handed, and he pumps his chest, and he loves it. We're gonna get a timeout right here for New Zealand. Here's a block from Fran Vasquez. He'll go down the other end and get the alley-oop pass right here from Rudy Fernandez, and Vasquez goes up and throws it down for the two-handed cram jam. And watch as he pumps his chest on the way back. He really loved it.
So we got Mike 1, kick 2, throw 3, jump 4.
And I must be a prophet because I said he's got to get Penny back in the game, and that's exactly what he's got to do. You know, Penny's going to play the rest of the game here. There's no question about that. And Coach Vucinic is probably going to need to get Mika Vukona back in the game soon, even though he's got 4. You're playing for your life here in the World Championships. Tomorrow's an off day. Get him back in the game. This guy is a mastermind offensively. He really knows how to coach offense. So we'll see what he can conjure up when the Tall Blacks come out of the huddle. Here's a look at three-point percentages for New Zealand, 30%, Spain 53%. New Zealand have had some open looks, just can't knock down at the right time of the game. Speaking of open looks, there's Navarro. He strokes that three. And there is a loose ball, which is going to end up in Navarro's hands. The pass wasn't intended to him. He gets it down. There's that quick first step, and he loves this little runner, the little teardrop shot, gets it to go.
Number 6, Kirk Penny.
And there's Juan Carlos Navarro, plays for Barcelona Basket, having played in the NBA a couple of seasons, came back to play in Spain. So, let's see what the Tall Blacks have got up their pocket. Fitchett brings it over, he gives it to Abercrombie. And there is Rubio. Rubio just looks down the basket. He underarms the ball as if to say, I was away to the races. He gets his hands on so many passes. It's a foot violation, new 24. Here's Penny. And I tell you what, good decision. Vukona's back in the game, and Penny. These guys need to ride it out. Here's Vukona. He'll hand it up to Penny, and Vukona gets a little screen. There's an ill-advised pass. Here's Vukona. He'll give it to Jones. 6 seconds on the shot clock. Jones is fouled by Fernandez. There's no doubt about it. That is a foul as the two players clash heads.
Foul on number 5, Rudy Fernandez, his second.
Here's a look as Jones. That is a foul. And you know, Fernandez is starting to act like a bit of a baby here. He thinks he's fouled. He commits the foul. Get on with it. Speaking of getting on with this guy, Penny throws the runner in the lane. It won't go. Rubio throws it down the floor. Sergio Jewell, he throws it back to Rubio. And so Rubio will get things going here in the half court for Spain with about 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Reyes comes into the game. And there's Reyes in the post. He's got Kirk Penny on him. And we'll have a look at this because Kirk Penny has got a mismatch. He commits the foul, quite rightly so. And at the end, Mika Vukana comes up and throws a shot. There's a question of whether or not it was goaltending, but the Spanish players aren't appealing. They must think everything's all right. There's a look at Ricky Rubio. There's a look at Kirk Penny for New Zealand. And Fran Vasquez comes out, as does Michael Fitchin. He'll have a seat for New Zealand. He played some good minutes. But it's fourth quarter. You need to get your more experienced players on. And so Fitchin will have a seat as Reyes makes the front end of his two shots. 82-68. Still plenty of time, but the sand is running out if New Zealand don't get a bucket here. There's a Spanish fan. She's up late. Lindsay Tate's coming to the game. It's Cameron. He'll give it to Vukona. Vukona to Tate. Tate to Cameron. Cameron to Penny. That's Abercrombie. I beg your pardon. Abercrombie throws the three. It won't go. Fernandez gets the rebound. He's off to the races. Oh, passes the ball through his legs. It's a through the legs bounce pass to Reyes, and Reyes scoops it underneath and makes the circus shot for two. That'll make a highlight film. There's Tate. And Tate's walking it back. He's trying to get it in offense. There's a little zone defense here from Spain as Vukona goes up against Gasol, and Gasol swats it.
Out of bounds, New Zealand.
And there's 6 seconds left on the shot clock. The lead is 17, and there's the pass from Fernandez. A nice up fake from Reyes, and he goes around the basket and lays it in. Nice play. Showtime. Uh-oh, there's a steal. Fernandez to Navarro. Doesn't really handle it. Both Navarro and Fernandez fan out, looking for three-point shot opportunities. And Rubio comes back and gets it. So Rubio works the clock a little bit. Oh, he just goes right through, slices through Vukona. And he's chasing after the loose ball. He's got it, he's got it. But it's football from Lindsay Tate. He's like the rubber band man, Ricky Rubio. He gets his hands on so many things. He's so fluid.
24 seconds.
New 24-second shot clock for Rubio. He gives it to Fernandez, to Navarro. Navarro's gonna go baseline, and he throws it up. Navarro, there's a foul on Kirk Penny, and I gotta be honest and say Navarro is annoying because he goes up and he gets some contact from Penny, and he's actually shouting at the referee, hey, hey, ref, foul, even before he shoots the basketball, and then he tries to throw it up. He is a terrific villain in the pantomime, as we saw last night in the France game. And so Navarro makes the first one. And he'll step up to make the second. And he does it, and Garbajosa comes into the game now. This guy you've got to love because he wears his heart on his sleeve as you look at Navarro. We talked about the hubris of the defeated yesterday. Well, this is the hubris, the arrogance of a Spanish team that are very, very good, and they know they're very, very good, but you got to give them credit because they've come out and responded very well after their loss. There's Penny, throws a three, it won't go. Vukana can't get the tip. He's going to try and steal it from Gasol. Gasol moves it on to Rubio, and Rubio's going to work the clock here a little bit as we approach the midway mark of the fourth quarter. Alley-oop pass, and Fernandez throws it down. It's a carbon copy of the play we saw in the first quarter. And after he throws it down, Fernandez poses for the photographs as he expresses himself to the fans. That's a foul from Rubio, gets away with it. Come on, New Zealand, get yourself a basket right here. There is El Ladron. El Ladron steps in and steals a pass. Here's a look now. Ricky Rubio is going to throw it. Fernandez is going to get it, throw it down, and he's going to pose for the photograph right at the end as he throws it down. And look at me, says Rudy, as he gets the dunk.
Okay, and now it's time again for the Turkcell T-shirt giveaway. Eşimiz sponsorumuz Turkcell'den
And we are here in the Halkapinar Sport Hall in Izmir in the preliminary round of the 2010 FIBA World Championships of Basketball. This is Group D, and we are watching New Zealand against Spain. And New Zealand, you've got to give them credit. They played with such tremendous character and heart in the first half. They were down 15, they got it down to 4 at halftime, and they came out with such belief out of the change room. But Spain went through the gears in the third quarter, and it went from 4 to 15 in a hurry. And now we find ourselves here in the fourth quarter with less than 5 to play, and the score is 89 to 68. There's 21 in it. And if you're a New Zealand fan, do you believe it can happen? Well, they've got their backs to the wall right here. The problem with New Zealand is they're very methodical and very disciplined and very good at what they do, but they don't score points very easily and very quickly. Here's Reyes with the wraparound shot after he got the pass from Fernandez. And he's telling his teammates all about it. He's looking at Raul Lopez and saying, this is how I did. I just wrapped it around the rim and laid it in. Nice shot. There's Rubio. He gets it over the half-court line. And he'll move it on to Gasol. Gasol goes down the lane. He tries to throw it down, and Thomas Abercrombie blocks it. The referee's going to score it. It looked like a clean block from Abercrombie.
Goaltending.
Abercrombie is having a chat with Gasol. They're sharing a laugh. Fernandez is having a laugh too. I don't know if Abercrombie finds it funny. Here we go. So Abercrombie goes up. Yeah, that's a good call. It's on the way down, so it's goaltending. But Abercrombie is brave, and he gets up with the best of him. Gasol's a 7'1" player. Just look at Abercrombie. Here's Piero Cameron. He'll give it inside to Vukona. Vukona can't get it to go. The struggles continue for New Zealand. Thomas Abercrombie, 6'6", 198. And he went up with the 7-footer. Here's Rubio to Garbajosa. Garbajosa will shoot it, but he sets a screen for Fernandez. And Thomas Abercrombie runs through Garbajosa. And he gets a hand up from his teammates, and he shares a laugh with Garbajosa. Very sporting gesture. You know, Spain have got a little bit of arrogance about them. They've got a bit of swagger about them, and they should, because they're very, very good. But they're also very sporting. They shake hands whenever there's a hard foul, and you've got to give them their due. As good as they are, they're hard to dislike because the players are very sporting. There's Abercrombie. He'll come out. He's telling Michael Fitchett all about it. Hey, he says, I'm saying, I went up and I blocked it on the 7-footer. Well, he'll take a look at the game film tomorrow, and he'll decide whether or not it was a block or a goaltending, but the referees called it a goaltending. Here's Garbajosa. He's going to try and make his second here. And he does. And so it is 92 to 68, 93 to 68 now after that second shot. And so the ton is looming. And that's Tate, and he'll shoot the little 15-footer to make it 70. It's a 23-point difference. The ton is looming. Will Spain get to the 100 mark? They're certainly on course. And here's Fernandez as he goes by Jones. He'll give it to Gasol, to Garbajosa. Fernandez wants it back. He's guarded by Vukona. He throws a pass over the top to Gasol. Lovely touch pass. Gasol sealed down in the post. Nice recognition from Fernandez. Nice assist, and Gasol acknowledges the pass. And Tate will shoot another one. He says, I got the last one. You leave me alone, I'll shoot it again. Front rim won't go. Fernandez tried to pick up the loose ball, but he dragged his pivot foot. And the referees call a travel. Here's a nice touch pass. And it's no look from Fernandez. And there's Gasol acknowledging the pass. That's nice to see. New Zealand bring it in. Right to B.J. Anthony in the middle of the lane. He throws it up. He even hope it won't go. There's a fast break opportunity which goes missing as the pass was too tall for Navarro. And here's Tate. He'll put it on the floor. Jones. Vukona will, oh, he got the foul. Now he should have shot it. He passed it, and exactly, you can see that Fernandez says it right there, it's a pass. As soon as you hear the referee's whistle and you're in the air, you just throw it up at the rim if you're a player and try to get yourself to the line.
Correction.
Mika Vukona is an experienced player. You should have known that, but it's tough. It's tough today against a team of this quality. So here is Jones. He'll give it inside to the high post to Anthony. Anthony to Pledger. Pledger with a little bank shot, and he makes it. Alex Pledger. He's played well in flashes tonight, although he got 3 quick fouls in the first quarter and had to get to the bench early. Here's Rubio. Rubio puts it through his legs a couple times against Vukona. He's trying to isolate Vukona. He'll move it on. It drop a dime to Gasol, and Gasol with the sky hook, and he gets it to go, but it's set up by the nice pass from Ricky Rubio. And New Zealand have gotten out of what got him here. Uh-oh, hold on to your hats because it's break time. Gasol to Rubio. Rubio pulls the trigger on the 3. It won't go. Loose ball picked up by Pledger. He'll give it to Vukona. Vukona to Tate. Tate will go down in transition, and he gets fouled. And this isn't the type of game that New Zealand like to play. They're deliberate. But we're seeing some transition stuff here from both teams. As Ricky Rubio gets a nice round of applause as he comes off. There's a look at Fernandez. Fernandez has got a double-double. A good performance from him after a torrid time last night. His technical was the nail in the coffin. He got a technical late in the game against France. Committed the foul, got a technical, which did not help the cause. But he played well tonight. All credit to him. And all credit to the Spanish team because they've come back after having been upset yesterday, and they've been very, very good, and this is the second half in particular. Phil Jones, he's not even looking to score here. He'll give it to Pledger. He'll move it to Tate. Tate will spot up and shoot the 3, and he gets it, nothing but net. So it's 97-75. Sergio Jewell gets it over. And he'll work some clock. He'll hand it off to San Emeterio to Garbajosa. Garbajosa throws it inside to the 7-footer. 7-footer throws the fadeaway over another 7-footer. Pledger 7 feet himself. It won't go. There's BJ Anthony at the top for New Zealand. Jones against the zone. He'll shoot the 3, and he gets it. Now Phil Jones can really shoot it, and it's his second 3 tonight. It's 97-78. And here comes Spain the other way. Here's San Emeterio, plays sparingly. Sergio Jewell's he's guarded by Tate. And we're down to the 1-minute mark. New Zealand still playing hard. Gasol goes down the lane, and he gets it for the and 1 after a nice bounce pass from Sergio Jewell. And Gasol shakes his head. It looks like Ricky Rubio there is getting some treatment from the physio. Looks like he's just trying to loosen up his neck. But a nice pass here from Sergio Jewell. There's a look at Alex Pledger, who's got his 4th foul. And I'm not going to try to read lips for you. You can do that on your own. But you can see that Pledger tells the referee they didn't quite agree with that call. There's Gasol. Gasol, nice touch for a big man from the free throw line. And so there is 1 minute to play in this game. It's the 3rd game here in the arena. The last game tonight. Still zone defense from Spain. Jones will go up the ladder and shoot it. Front ends, it won't go. Gets his own rebound. Inside to Anthony. Anthony wheels and deals on Gasol. There's Jones. He'll pull the trigger again, and he gets it to go, but it's just a little too late for Phil Jones. But the good sign is, if you're a New Zealand fan, he didn't really get going at all last night. He was better tonight, and we'll take a day off tomorrow. Then the next game, Jones might be very good indeed in the next group game. Got a foul away from the ball. And the New Zealand fans are clapping to show their respect to their countrymen who've played very gamely tonight, very brave. Here's Victor Claver at the free throw line. He's just come in to get some garbage time at the end of the game. Played quite a bit against France, and he's found himself on the pine for most of the night. In fact, he's just gotten in here now just recently in the end of the 4th quarter. There's a good look at Victor. And he back ends the 2nd free throw as BJ Anthony claims it. It's Tate from Jones. Ooh, take it away with a little carry there. Jones in the corner, he'll come around, he'll spot up, he'll shoot it, and he gets it. Phil Jones, where were you in the first half? We hope to see you in the next game because you can fill it up This guy led scorers in the 2002 World Championships in Indianapolis. But this one is done. France get to the ton. It's 101 to 84, and a great demonstration of basketball in the second half from the Spanish. But give that coach there from New Zealand, Nenad Vucinic, all the credit in the world, because he kept his team close in the first half. It was 4 points at halftime. New Zealand, having been down 15, they pegged it back, and the players will shake hands. And there's some respect amongst the players. There's Penny and Fernandez. And New Zealand have got everything to be proud of, because they really played the Spain team very close for a half. And they need to pick themselves up. They've lost their 2 group games. They need to get themselves sorted. They're going to get a day off tomorrow in practice. And they'll come back and try to do better in next group game. And there's the Spanish team as they pay tribute to their fans. The same with the All Blacks, Tall Blacks I should call them, as they play tribute to their fans. There's a look at the New Zealand American player there. And here's some of the final numbers. It's 101 to 84 is the final score. As the arena starts to thin out, people heading home. It's close to 11 o'clock here. And here's a look at some of the numbers. Look at Spain, 50% as a team from behind the arc. That is very good. And the battle of the boards, New Zealand actually won the battle of the boards 39-31. That's often an indicator of who's going to win. Doesn't tell us much here. That's terrific, though, for a New Zealand team that's undersized. Here's the game leaders in the various categories. Penny's got 21. That's quiet for him. The NBA player Gasol's got 22. He asserted himself inside against the smaller lineup for the Tall Blacks. And here are the scores. Abercrombie had 19. He had a terrific game. Phil Jones had 15. Sadly, there were 9 of them at the end, which was just a little too late, but maybe he's finding his rhythm. And you want to get better as the tournament goes on, so certainly New Zealand will look to improve in their next pool game. Let's look at the shot chart. The green dots are makes, the red X's are misses. And we'll have a look now at Spain's shot chart. So you can see all the threes that they put in. They were 50% from behind the line, and that's terrific production from the Spanish team. They were very clinical in the second half. They were languid coming out, to be perfectly honest, but they turned it on. And here's a look at some of the highlights from tonight's game. There's Garbajosa. That's the first basket of the second half. Gasol dealing, he'll throw it to Garbajosa. Nice place to pass from the low post, and Garbajosa emotes. There's a look at some of his fans. Here's Gasol on the break, he'll throw it down. Sergio Scardiola supporting his team, and there's Pedro Cameron, the captain of the Tall Blacks. There's Bukona, who'll lay it in. He played well, even though he was outmanned. And there is La Bamba throwing up the trifecta. He gets it to go. And there's that quick first step from Juan Carlos Navarro as he throws the teardrop shot and gets it to go. Here is Rudy Fernandez. He throws a nice touch pass to Fran Vasquez, who throws it down alley-oop. Fran says, thank you very much. And he emotes right there as he pounds his chest, and the fans love it too. Here's Fernandez through the legs. Now watch the up fake from Reyes, and he's gonna go around the rim and lay it in. Nice move from Felipe Reyes, and he tells his teammates all about it. Here's how I did it, boys. Nice touch pass from Rudy to Gasol as he finishes off a nice assist and acknowledges the pass. And here's Phil Jones, gonna left-handed shooter's gonna stroke it. Too little, too late for New Zealand as they are outmanned 101 to 84, and that's all from the Halka Pinar Sports Arena for tonight.